if you want to know anything, you got to spend the night in a haunted house.
Uh-huh.
And then you got me mad. I'm like, oh shit, this gonna be good. You got this big ass castle and y'all didn't do shit with it. Got on my flower shirt right now for those who are listening, and I was about to take it off, and Martin said, "No, man, I love that shirt."
Love that, yeah.
No, Martin said, "Don't change a thing about you." Martin don't know either, man. And the thing is, I was about to change into a nice shirt from dtmerch.com, man. I really was.
You were. You had it.
No, this is one time I ain't even lying. Look at this right here. I can show you right here. I was about to change into the black classic tee with the white logo. The colored logo, we got the polo shirts up in here, jerseys, tank tops, phone covers, so you can even dress up your phone. We have this thing called the Amazon Pay button over on doubletoast.com, Martin. If you put in your username, your password, and you press enter, I guarantee, listen to me, I guarantee you probably feel it right now. Oh, fuck, he ain't even said it yet. What's happening to me, man? I feel so good, Mr. Coleman. It's that toasted goodness all over your body right now. That's going to be October 26th to the 28th. That's going to be a whole weekend of fun. We got the meet and greets. We got the party. We got a costume contest for y'all. We have the big show, and on Sunday, going to feed y'all before you leave. Talk about this girl over here, the Nun. And with the Nun, this is the 5th movie in the Conjuring cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is the one where they're working towards Annabelle and the Nun being on the same team, saving the world at some point.
Okay, so we got 2 Conjurings and 2 Annabelles, and this makes for the 5th movie.
And this makes for the 5th movie right here.
Okay.
While Universal was over there trying to get their dark universe together, Warner Brothers like, man, we beat you out of that shit already.
Yeah.
You
the
know,
trick is to not announce it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, y'all trying to bring all these funny ass monsters back, like Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and
those are cereal mascots now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Bite my neck to make me a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, shit. They hosting a double toaster Halloween party. They slinging chocolate and strawberry cereal. We ain't fucking around like that. We really are scary. You know, we have like we were saying, we have the Nun and Annabelle, the scary doll, and those things are actually, and not only they're frightening, but you know, we ain't getting by just on jump scares and, you know, quick gimmicks. We getting by on real storytelling. You know, some of these things are, well, maybe not Annabelle, but you know, The Conjuring.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
Like, you sure you want to go with that?
What story we got? The doll sat down. The end.
While scary things happened around it.
Doll didn't do a goddamn thing. Yeah, the title font did more than that doll did. Yeah, we actually scare people with ours, and for the most part, we tell pretty engaging stories. At least The Conjuring 2, and even people say the second Annabelle, which I saw and I did enjoy.
It was better than the first.
It was better than the first. I actually liked it. I actually liked that, and I did not see the first Conjuring, but The Conjuring 2. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But
I didn't see the second Conjuring, but the first one, I thought
yeah,
was good.
no, for the most part,
yeah.
They have a good track record, and when they did fall with something like Annabelle, they made an improvement.
Sure.
And now depends on how much for certain people they would make an improvement. So now we have, now here we go. This is a series that's known for getting more into prequels too. And we have the prequel for The Nun. This is 1955, and this is where we find out about that image of that evil nun that's been popping up through all these films. And where did that come from, and what is she all about? But let's go ahead and look at this trailer, because that's the biggest thing so far. So far, the track record, some stumbles, but been mostly good. Can we keep it up?
Word of my visions reached the church,
And I was asked to accompany a priest to an abbey in Romania.
Oh, my! Where did she come from?
The camera purposely looked away.
Yeah.
All right, come on now.
Yeah. You know that's what that nun was talking to the camera person. Go that way. I'm about to scare this bitch. Yeah. Watch this shit. Okay,
now. It's got a good setup.
It's got a good setup because with the other movies, I haven't seen The Conjuring, but with the Conjuring 2 and with Annabelle 2, maybe not so much the first Annabelle, but the second Annabelle. I mean, with what I've seen with these movies, they got good atmosphere, man.
Yes.
And what I liked about this one, I said, oh shit, y'all going old school with this. We going Transylvania style,
Right?
You know, they bring up because this is what I love. Like I love a good spooky castle. You know, the kind at night when every night is storming around there.
Sure.
Lightning is always going behind the towers.
Sure.
You know, it's always like that. Always got that wolf man in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Children
man.
of the night.
Children of the
What
night.
beautiful music they make.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell I was even confused. Listen to them sing, and I was even I was questioning this at first. This atmosphere. I was like, okay, so why the hell is this church gonna build the Church of Dracula? You know, I mean, why y'all build a church in the scariest place in Romania? And they explained it in the movie.
Sure.
So I was like, okay. I see, you know, even when I was questioning the atmosphere here, because I was like, all right, you know something? I mean, the atmosphere is cool and everything, but y'all getting like them cartoon scary castles now.
Well, I'm sure before all the supernatural stuff came along, that's probably a beautiful area. It probably looked like something out of a Disney movie.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I love what they did. I mean, it's a good spook house setup, complete not only with the castle itself, that lonely castle out there in the middle of all those hills, but got that foggy cemetery with all those crosses everywhere. I was like, man, this feels like, I wish this had come out closer to Halloween, because I said, man, this is a perfect Halloween environment and setup for this.
Just even that frame right there looks like something out of the original Frankenstein.
It does. I also enjoyed what they were doing with with some of the imagery in here. I mean, besides the castle itself, when they get in there, you know, they have things that really take effect or take advantage of the environment inside of the castle. It's dark in there. It's old and abandoned, or so we think. And they take full advantage of things emerging from the darkness all the time.
They had really great sets and atmosphere all through it.
Yeah. No. If one thing I can say, it's the cinematography and the art direction on this. It really does go back to a classic spooky monster movie, but not with the monsters themselves. Or if you want to go to like a classic haunted house movie.
Yeah.
I say monster film because that castle is all, you know, that's classic Universal imagery right there.
Right.
I love that, and it sounds like you did too.
Yeah.
It does things that I thought worked with some of the other films, which is it also at certain points played with religious imagery. You know, there's times in here where, to me, religious imagery is part of the creepiness of something. You know, I mean, this is not an attack on Christianity or anything like that, but we all been scared of a cross at some point.
Well, only because you could use it to kill Dracula.
Oh, or you can scare black people in the South. You know, but
There is that.
But you know, everybody's seen that movie with the upside down cross. Or how many times has somebody's been at their grandmama's house and they got that cross with Jesus on it with my eyes looking up like that, and it's like,
Why'd you do this to me?
yeah, you know, the eyes roll back to the skull, and he's kind of like, Jesus, I love you, but I'm gonna put your ass in the closet right now. Because sometimes you get scared, you go look at that cross, and Jesus gonna be looking at your ass. I know what you did last night. I put my dick out.
Does everything go back to your dick?
Yes. Jesus had nothing to do with it. Hey, I'm telling you why I was scared. I know you touched yourself last night.
If it wasn't so bad, you wouldn't be so scared.
That is true. That's why I took that cross off the wall and put that shit in the closet. No, in this they use. There's a lot of religious imagery where the crosses are by themselves turning upside down. There are the images of the nun themselves walking around, and nuns are, and that's the thing about the movie, man. I'm going to get into this area now where I have to say, I'm trying to give it some credit because out of all those things, after that great setup, out of the great atmosphere, out of the great creepy images that they have with demons and religious imagery, y'all think, oh shit, man, this sounds scary. I can't wait to see this. Now I don't know how Martin feels, but once they set that up, they like, well, we don't have to do that much work anymore.
Our work here is done.
Yeah, we finished. Hey,
and they just walked away. It's like, oh, this movie will make itself. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I hope y'all can use y'all's imagination because we finished. They stopped. They stopped with everything after they set up the atmosphere. They set up that atmosphere and didn't know a goddamn thing to do with it at all.
Now, I beg to differ with you on this one point, is that they set it up and they give you a scare, and it's not so much that they walk away forever.
Yeah.
They just take 20, 25, 30-minute breaks, and then they repeat what they did before.
Oh,
and then they take another 15-minute break, and they just repeat what you saw before. It's like getting amped up, waiting in line to go into a spook house that everybody's told you is good.
Yep.
And you get in there, and every scare is the same scare you just had.
Yeah.
So they just keep repeating the same scare over and over. It's like, yeah, it wasn't even that scary the first time because I thought that was the warm-up. And now y'all just keep doing it. And like even the three people who are in this spook house, I'm like, aren't y'all even getting tired of this? And why are you even scared? Because they're not killing you.
No, man, let me tell you what happens. Okay, after they set up the atmosphere, you expect that the nun herself is going to be scary. And
who, Marilyn Manson?
Yeah, this man.
Can I get tickets to your next show?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even think about that. You just say Marilyn Manson up in here, the beautiful people, the beautiful people. Da-da-da.
Oh, if only it looked that scary.
If only. I hope y'all are actually, I hope y'all ain't paying to see the nun, because you ain't going to get none. She takes her time.
Oh, yeah. She's a diva.
She takes her time. Now, she get other people to come out and do some work for her.
Yeah.
She get other people dressed as nuns to come out and walk around, but you do not get her for a while. And even then, walking into it, I got to admit, man, maybe, and I was thinking, maybe I'm not the right person to say anything here, because I don't find a lot of this stuff that's scary anyway, especially today.
Of course not.
I mean, today you want scares? Go find a Catholic priest.
Sure. Yeah, that's real horror in the Catholic Church.
Go into a real church. Talk to a real nun. A real nun will beat your ass. I find real nuns scary themselves. They ain't gotta die. By the time
she shows up, you're like, we're already seeing all your underlings.
We done seen everybody, and you yourself. You don't do nothing but just go to people and just blow them across the room.
Yeah.
People just come to you like, man, she just sneezed on it. That's what she does. She just blows people back with her breath. But I thought that there would have been more to this creature, the one that they've been building up for several movies, besides somebody that just breathes on people and tries to strangle them every now and then, and take their sweet time to show themselves in the movie.
Well, you got some good actors here who are trying. They're enough to make me not hate them for being idiots.
Yeah.
Because they just keep doing the same thing over and over. Matter of fact, I completely lost what their motivation was. Because we're just going to keep looking around rooms, and that thing's going to come out and scare us. There's evil here. Oh, it's evil. There's some serious evil.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Let's go ask some questions. Let's come back. Same evil, nothing different.
This is it's not that scary because this is not as deep as something as The Conjuring 2, or even the second Annabelle. Because with this, and it's not as scary as those either, as those movies either, because it's not aiming to be as deep as those movies.
Right.
Those other movies, that's why I said by telling a story, a good narrative going on, in fact, they were scarier. Because with those other movies, when they bothered to tell a story, those stories were about how evil creeps into our normal lives. Mm-hmm. It creeps into a doll or to your own home. And that's why I thought the second Conjuring was really good, because the second Conjuring was about the demon's like, I don't give a fuck if you would live in the middle of the city. You ain't got to be out in the backwoods and live in some castle or some haunted house for me to get you. I'll make deliveries. Shit, I'm like Favor now and Amazon. I will come to your house.
Don't think I won't come over there.
We bring the possession to you. It was these people. They spend so much of the movie with them going off on their own adventure, if you want to call it that. No, they go off wandering around, just having visions.
Yeah.
Just seeing shit. Seeing things walk around with their back turned to them, or seeing things in dark corners so that you can just every now and then get a jump scare. And that's all it is. These people just walking around by themselves. Like they done smoked that holy shit and they just hallucinate everywhere they go.
Yeah, they're walking around this dark abbey with all this spooky stuff happening and demons abound. And yet somehow in the daytime, they want to go do other stuff. Because it's like, when y'all set up some lights, at least.
But I love it, and it really gets tiresome.
It does, because it's the same thing over and over, and it's over an hour and a half. And there's no excuse for it.
No, what happens is these demons they wait for these people, their dumbasses to split up and walk around by themselves and start hallucinating just so. Seriously, half this movie is just demons fucking with them.
Right.
It's no story being told. There's no goal. It's just like, look at this motherfucker right here walking by himself.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna get his ass.
It really is.
Don't they know? When are people gonna learn to stick together when they're in a haunted house?
Yeah, and the demons aren't really trying to kill anybody. They're trying to make them think they're gonna kill them, but they're not really trying to kill them.
No, these demons are pranksters.
Yeah.
They're like, the demons almost look at the camera like, well, if y'all ain't gonna tell no story, I'm just gonna fuck with these people.
Right.
Do I got something to do in this script? Fuck it, man. This damn Michelle want to walk up by himself. Good, I got his ass. Come here, bitch.
It ain't enough he's been buried alive.
It's not enough.
We gotta grab his head.
They gotta grab his skull while he's 6 feet underground, man. It's like, damn. And the demon's like, well, what the fuck? I'm bored, man.
I know.
The demons ain't got nothing else to do. This is where you can't even get mad at them. It's like, man, look, I'm bored, but it's not y'all's fault. It's this story, this script. And y'all are just fucking with these people just because y'all are bored too.
And speaking of potential, okay, tell me if you thought maybe this too, because it opens with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, because they're the Conjuring couple as the framing device. So later with Taissa Farmiga, and they say it's 20 years
and that's
before.
Vera Farmiga's sister.
Right. So did you think that maybe it was going to lead to that, oh, this is her when she was younger?
They don't make any connection.
No, they don't.
You put the actress's sister in there?
And the thing is, like, there's one scene where they cut from her to her sister, and they look so much alike. I mean, there's almost 20-year difference. I mean, they look so much alike. I'm thinking, I think that's really your mama, and she's been telling you she's your sister. But they look so much alike. I'm like, this is the fact that you don't make this connection is confusing.
Yeah. Why you go? First of all, we know that they're sisters.
Yeah.
Before the movie even starts, they look so much alike. You gonna waste this casting right here? I
mean, if they had rolled it into like, yeah, I used to be a nun before I started doing this, it's like, oh, okay.
Please tell me that y'all are saving some kind of secret connection right here. And you know something else they do with her that they introduce, they don't do anything with? She's got psychic powers.
I know.
And they introduce that and drop it.
Drop it.
These demons like, can you blame us for fucking with these people? It is so frustrating because they pull so many cliches that should work. I'm like, if you're going to be cliched, do something with it. Besides just jumping out and scaring people, because they do what I laughed at the old, well, if you want to know anything, you got to spend the night in a haunted house. And then you got me mad. Like, oh shit, this gonna be good. You got this big ass castle and y'all didn't do shit with it. They really did start leaning more and more on jump scares to just fill in space and time in the movie.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That ad that y'all saw on YouTube, that's one of the big positive things I can say. That ad didn't lie. You know that when that ad said you're gonna get some jump scares, and that's exactly what you got. And to be honest with you, that jump scare that you saw in the YouTube ad is a lot scarier than some of the jump scares that you got in this movie. Because at least that YouTube ad fooled your ass. That YouTube ad had your ass thinking that something was wrong with your computer. You know, people up there next to their computers.
Oh yeah.
And they leave up there like, oh shit, don't do that. YouTube got so many complaints they had to take it down. this is my problem with jump scares right now. James Wan. One thing to say about James Wan, who pretty much created this series,
Right.
He will do jump scares, but one of the things I heard about The Conjuring is that the jump scares are actually, they feel authentically scary.
They do.
They feel creative.
They do.
A lot of the jump scares here are telegraphed so early, man. Like when that camera turns around and there's that nun behind her. Look, the nun ain't standing there, or that it's not the nun, but it's some generic nun that's running around. And that nun is not standing there for no reason. We know that something's about to happen.
Jump behind her. Were
Hello.
Give me your chain, bitch. You know, and the thing is, you jump. Snatch that shit and gone. That's not an authentic jump scare. You're not jumping because there was a great setup. You're jumping because you know that you're already tensed up.
Yeah.
You know, you would have jumped at anything.
The music tells you everything that's going to happen.
Yeah, you could have jumped from anything. It gets dumber as it goes along because they split up and then they all get back together again. The band is back together.
Yeah.
Father Burke, Sister Irene, Frenchie, where you been? Frenchie gets back together and it's like, okay, we're going to get some good teamwork. And they get back together like, hey, guys, I got an idea. Let's split up. Get what? And they do that shit Scooby-Doo style.
They do.
They all. That's where they all like really do go through the corridors and the hallways. David Bashir, he needed a talking dog with him, man. The way he was walking around in this movie. The cool thing about Frenchie being in the film,
He had some humor.
Frenchie brings some humor, and you have two people of the cloth. You have Father Burke, Damien Bashir. You have Vera, what's her name?
Thaisa
Farmiga, who is a nun in training. Now, the cool thing about her is that being a nun in training, you're hanging out with the experienced guy. She's not so experienced, so you know you think you would feel some tension for her because she's vulnerable and not as powerful as Father Burke, the badass man of God. And then you got Frenchie, and Frenchie is just the ordinary guy like us. This is a fucking cool ass video game, man. We got all these different characters in an RPG, a role playing game.
You're right. Oh, you're right. It's a Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's Gauntlet the game. You get all these characters together, and you can't wait to. Ours is a good movie where different personalities combine together to fight one force of evil.
Yeah.
And you couldn't wait to see how they work together. It's like, nah, guys, I'll go this way, you go that way. So how do ghosts and demons work? Because when I say it's a video game, it really is a video game. Either these people spend their time running around looking lost and tripping out like they're on drugs or something, or in the case of Frenchie just said, fuck it. Frenchie found a shotgun and just started blowing away demons, man. And when he shot him, I thought they were gonna be like, but they died.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, are they zombies now? I mean, what's the rules with the spirit world and demons? I mean, we don't have any real physical laws here to define what these demons and ghosts are like.
Well, man, that's what I hate about all these movies with demons and ghosts is that they never have rules. It's whatever they feel like doing. Because it's always, even with the paranormal activity movies, where at the end the demon would just kill everybody or kill whoever you wanted. I was like, well, so you could have done that the whole time? We had to sit there while you move chairs and drop stuff?
Yeah.
If your goal is to kill them, what was all that bullshitting about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why aren't y'all leaving? Because y'all are fucking useless.
Yeah.
The Vatican calls up Damien Bashir because apparently Damien Bashir is like, well, you the baddest dude in your precinct, your church,
And I do love how the cardinals in the Vatican are all made up of a bunch of snobby British dudes. But
oh, they sure are. They sure are.
What part of Italy is this again?
It was almost like, did we really have to call the Mexican? Like, wow, man, the only brown dude in the room, y'all giving him, you're looking down on him. No, they called Damien Bashir like he is supposed to be some badass man of God. They call him to do this mission, investigate what's going on. And when you finally see him there, it's like, what did you do? Yeah. You were useless. He didn't do shit.
He didn't.
Well, he got his ass buried and got that head grabbed, but that's about it.
Early in the movie, too.
Early in the movie, too. I was like, what good are you, man? Yeah, that's what them ghosts are fucking with. I'm like, he ain't shit. He's them ghosts like he's a bitch.
Don't be scared of him. Let me show y'all.
He really was a bitch in the movie. He didn't do a thing. Not one thing that seemed effective to me. Mark, do you remember one thing that he did at all?
No, not at all.
He told a story.
He told a story.
I tell you what, he told a story about something that he did in the past, and apparently the spirit from that story was like, yeah, man, I ain't forgot that shit. His memories start fucking with him. His own story came back to kick his ass. He wasn't shit in this one. No. He wasn't. No, he got that coffin like
Damien bitch here.
He didn't do a goddamn thing to the movie, but get his ass whooped by these ghosts. He goes just laughing at his ass every moment. He got his ass buried and started ringing that bell like an ice cream man. Let me out. When you do see the nun, when she finally makes an appearance, they keep her in the shadows for the most part, but every now and then, they'll get in the light, and you're like, man, that makeup, it looks like stage makeup.
It does.
Except for that gingivitis she got right there. Damn, she looked like Butthead.
Butthead?
Yeah.
With those gums.
With them gums. Yeah. They put so much work into them gums and that gingivitis, but the rest of that makeup.
Yeah, it just looks like somebody just was going to a Kiss concert.
That's great for stage makeup. But for a movie, it looks like black. It looks like white and black paint. Especially when you see the actress. When you see the actress, you see they did a great job. That's Bonnie Aarons. They do a great makeup job with her. But like I said, if that was for the stage, that would be amazing. But for a movie where it's supposed to be some supernatural spirit, it's like, you always look at the ghost and be like, man, take that shit off. You ain't no ghost.
Yeah. I was like, wait, are you a ghost or a nun? And why would you have all this on? How does that translate into what you know what?
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
It really would turn to like Scooby-Doo. You spit on her and rub that paint off. Oh, woman, Bonnie. Wait a minute. This is the weakest one in the series besides Annabelle. I believe that Annabelle is the first Annabelle is the weakest one. This is a step above that, definitely. Because, well, even with all the roaming that's going on and all the lame jump scares, there's still more going on than Annabelle, and there's much more better atmosphere in certain parts, direction than Annabelle. But out of everything, this is to me, this is a big step backwards for the franchise. I'm giving this a rental, man.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe because you're more of a horror aficionado than me, but yeah, I thought this was some old bullshit. I mean,
hey, I don't blame you, man.
Honestly,
I don't blame you at all.
I mean, yeah, with that setup and everything, sure, it started with some potential, and even that potential, it was never going to be a great movie. You could sleep through an hour of this movie, and you'd be right back where you started.
you really would be.
So yeah, I was just like, this is some old bullshit. Until the end. And that ending, that's just a bunch of special effects and nothing. I was like, fuck you. You made me sit all the way to get to that shit? Are you for real? Have you no conscience? Have you no soul? And the very end is so anticlimactic that people kind of got up. The whole audience just kind of got up like, okay, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Well, was that all of it? Okay.
Oh, that last frame was bad.
Oh, boy.
The last frame of this movie. Actually, the last frame of this movie kind of like you, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, don't be fooled by this shit. Don't let it get your money, sweetie.
No.
I got all you motherfuckers.